So in case of clientless VPN, we saw that, okay, we can provide with the help of clientless VPN, we can provide web-based access. Okay. Web-based access means when the client will visit the VPN gateway IP address, so client is going to see a login page there. On the login page, the client will select the group, whether which department he belongs to and all. After that, the user can also, like, the client will provide with its own username and password, and he will be able to log in. Once the user logs in, the user will be able to see such kind of bookmarks, and the user can click the bookmark and can access these servers. Okay, that was the case. But when it comes to clientless, only web-based access can be provided. Okay, not fair network access. What if you want to ping from client 1 to servers? So that we cannot do with the help of clientless VPN. Without having in client, we cannot ping. I cannot send an ICMP traffic, okay, or any other type of traffic if I want to send, other than any web traffic. So those kind of traffics, I cannot send it. So for that, for full network access, let's say I want to access the entire internal network. I need full communication with all the protocols to these nodes. So if you want such kind of thing, in that case, we require the full client. Now, in case of full client, what happens? Let's understand. So again, the same topology I have here, and this time might be any of the services are running. Okay, these doesn't even have to be the servers also. These could be internal PCs as well. Now, again, we have two servers here, and we have switch, firewall, internet, and a remote client. And both, the organization you can consider, say, for example, this is a branch network. Okay, so say this is a branch network. Now, this user is a remote user, and this is a remote user. So the remote user needs to connect with the branch network again, and he needs full network access. Okay, this could be admin. This guy could be a admin also, right? So since he requires the full network access, what we have to do, we have to use a client software. Okay, so the user will be using client software. Now, depending on the provider, it can be different. The mean can be different. In case of Cisco, it will be Cisco Secure Mobility Client, which is basically the Internet, nothing else. Okay, in case of Palo Alto, you can call it global product. Okay, like that. So this will be the client software which will be installed inside the client machine. This particular program will be installed inside the client machine. And when the user opens this particular program, the user will be prompted to provide server IP or FQDN. Okay, the user will be prompted for this. Now, server IP or FQDN, that is the domain name or the public IP address of the server. Okay, and there will be a connect button. Here you will have a connect button, right? So what the user has to do, the user has to just go and provide its own credential here. Okay, maybe the user has to give, again, vpn.localserver. Okay, let's say this is the domain, and the user has to click on connect. Once the user clicks on connect, what will happen? This particular device, the client PC, will try to establish a communication with this machine, and then the machine will say, the VPN gateway will say that, okay, this guy needs to log in. So then the user will be prompted again, and this time the user will be prompted for username and password. So the prompt will open here, and the user will be prompted for username as well as password. So here the user will be prompted for username, and also the user will be prompted for password. So once the user provides the username and password, the user says maybe since password at content, and the user clicks on connect or whatever the button is. Okay, there will be a button here. It's something like a connect, save, or login. This kind of button will be there. So once the user provides it, what will happen? This VPN gateway will verify the username and password. Once the username and passwords are verified, then this particular VPN gateway, okay, here our firewall is acting as a VPN gateway. This firewall is acting as a VPN gateway. So this VPN gateway, here we will be configuring the IP address pool, okay, and that will be a private IP address pool. And say, for example, Just give me one. So say, for example, we have an IP address pool assigned from 10.1.1 to 10.1.100, for example. So what is going to happen? This particular VPN gateway is going to assign one IP address automatically. When you install the Cisco AnyConnect software in a Windows client or Linux client or any client, one adapter will be created. One virtual adapter will be created on this machine, and on that adapter, the IP address will be assigned from here. Okay. So say, for example, the IP address that has been assigned is something like maybe the AnyConnect has assigned by IP address, which is 10.1.1.10. So this is the IP address, let's say, that has been assigned to this PC. Now what will happen? Whatever the further communication this PC will make, it will happen through the, this IP address. And this IP address is going to travel through the tunnel and go to the firewall. Now, might be possible that your internal network is different. Okay, this is totally possible that the server is 192.168.1.100 and this another server 1.200 maybe. Okay, so that's totally possible. So here what will happen? The VPN gateway will act as a router also. It will route the traffic between your 10.1.1.10 and 192.168.1.100. That means now this PC will be able to ping these PCs directly as if they are directly connected, as if they are in the same local network. That's how they will be able to communicate. Is that clear? So this time we don't have to click on any of the hyperlinks here as we had to do in case of clientless VPN. Okay, so you're not clicking on any hyperlinks. You are able to send ICMP traffic or all different sorts of traffic. Okay, and other than that, here there is one more thing that we need to understand. There is a concept called split tunneling. What do you understand with that? So that means, see, normally if you connect to a VPN, let's say day to day, whatever the VPNs you're using, in those cases, your entire traffic passes through the VPN only. Now, if your entire traffic passes through the VPN only, that's a problem. Because whenever you want to go on the internet also, let's say if you want to access Google also, so that traffic will first go to the firewall, then firewall will send the traffic to Google. That's a problem. So maybe you don't want that. And if you don't want that, in that case, what will happen? That you can introduce the concept of split tunneling. So with the help of split tunneling, what you can do is you can configure the VPN in a way that only the traffic that is related to these networks, that means when the destination is this network, only in that case, your traffic passes through the tunnel. The rest of the traffic directly goes to the internet. So Cisco AnyConnect VPN client you will be using, which is thick client, full tunneling, or tunnel client. These are different names for this. This is the traditional style client delivered via the automatic download. So sometimes, see, you don't have to download it from the internet also. When you connect to the VPN gateway, you log in, it gives you an option to download. Okay, and even your ASA can perform automatic posturing and provisioning. That means it can automatically detect your Windows version, and based on your Windows version, it can deliver you that whether you are using, if you're using Windows, it will give you the Windows client download option. If you're using Linux, it will give you the Linux client download option, right? So that is also something we can do. Okay, it requires administrator privileges for initial install only, and pre-deployment of MSI package also available. You can download and install it. And it can use TLS and DTLS as transport for security. Can be upgraded from a previous version upon connection. That means we have older version of AnyConnect and the ASA or the VPN gateway has a newer version. So you can upgrade also. And you can also create client profiles for personalization. Again, for different users, different profiles can be created. And user configuration, configurable preference for local LAN access. That means again, split tunneling you can introduce. Minimize on once connected, automatically minimize and connect on startup. That means when your Windows start, automatically it gets connected. So those kind of settings can be done. Methods of deployment. So there are two different methods. One is web-based and second one is pre-deploy. So as I mentioned, pre-deploy means you can download and install it. Web-based means that when you access the Cisco VPN gateway, so from there it will automatically install and download and install in your system. That also is possible. So this is how your Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client. Again, it gives you the domain option and then connect button, right? And this is what you see. So Cisco AnyConnect client. So Cisco AnyConnect VPN client is for secure remote productivity, extends the in-office experience. That means at home also you get the same in-office experience only. So you have the LAN like full network access, support latency sensitive applications like voice also. Okay. And you can access across different platforms like Windows, Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Different editions are available and only supported on AOSA 8.0 and later. Before that, it was not available. You do not require a reboot after configuration, standalone web launch, portal connection, start before logging. So these are some of the features. Okay, so what is MSI? It is a Windows pre-installation package. Okay, initial installation requires admin rights, and however, upgrading an existing install with a pushed packet does not require administrative privileges. Again, same topology what we had in your client-less VPN, same topology we have for client-based VPN. Again, we will access the ASGM. In the ASGM, we will go to wizard. Inside the wizard, last time we went to clientless. This time we have to go for any connect. You can wizard. Okay. Same type of options are there. We'll say next. We'll connect a VPN profile. You'll select an interface. After that, you'll select SSL protocol. Again, certification. Right now we're not using, so we'll not use it. Thereafter, client images. So client images means the any connect images for Windows, Linux, and different Windows, Linux, and macros. So you'll click on add. You click on browse flash. So these images might already be available in the flash memory in the Cisco ASM. Okay. And if they are not available, you do have an option to upload from your system also. Okay, you can download from the internet and you can upload it. So once you do that, select all the images that you have. And once you are deployed, again, authentication method. So all the users that you want to create. So you can create all the users. Then you will click on next. And here again, authentication method, we are using AAA and local authentication also only we are using. After that, the IP address pool configuration. So you can name the IP address pool and you can assign a range. Okay, once you're done with that, you'll click on next. Nothing for the DNS and all. If you want to provide, again, you can provide. Then NAT exemption right now we are not using because no translation. And these are the web launch and pre-deployment method. And this is the summary. And your VPN is deployed. The user just selects the VPN profile, give its own username and password, and clicks on login. When the user clicks on login, this kind of page appears. And once this page appears, then the user can either can download and download manually, or also automatic provisioning option is there. So in some windows, it will be supported. Some of them will not be supported. Okay. So you can download for Windows. Once you download, this will be the VPN wizard. You give your IP address, click on connect. It will ask you for which group, username, password, and you'll be able to connect. After that, in the CLI, we can use the command show VPN session DB summary to check how many web-based VPN SSL clients are there and all. These are some of the logging commands, and that's your full client VPN. So today we have to see SSL full client. This is okay. This is fine. Okay. Everything is good. Configuration wise, so I guess the configuration for ISP, web server, ASA will remain same. So I'll just duplicate this and we will name it SSL full client VPN. Full client or thick client, simple. Web server config, okay. ISP config, 1111, so that's okay. Then ASA config, 0x0 10 and yeah. So in the last session, we faced some challenges with the management interface configuration. M0x0 name management, yeah, all good. HTTP server enabled. 10.3.3.101 management interface, that's okay. Usernames are created, all good. Yeah, so let's take an access. So we have web server, then we have ISP, and we have ASA. Now, meanwhile, these devices are coming up. Let's configure the client PC quickly. Test one. So right now in this PC, I'm not having the client software. Okay, AnyConnect software is not present in this system right now. You can see here. So here the IP address will be 12.112.255.255.250. Gateway will be 12.111. DNS we don't require it right now. Click on OK. Okay. Our configuration is fine. Just disable it and enable it. So IP configuration is fine. Okay. Now here's everything okay. Let's minimize this one. Come back here. No. And no. Now let's copy paste the configuration. This is the web server. Copy and paste. All right, everything looks good. Username addition field. Okay, the name HR is not allowed here. So that's the issue. Yesterday we were not seeing HR. I'll call it HR or maybe account, something like that. Or sales and say, for example, maybe accounts. Fine. Okay. So this is done. All the configurations are done. Let's test the connectivity from ASA to EC2. Saying where 112. We should have the connectivity, but we will not have. Why? Because Windows Firewall is, and Windows Firewall by default do not allow ICMP, but now it works. Okay. Also from ESA, let's test the connectivity to the web server. This is very important thing to do. Otherwise, you will keep on troubleshooting VPN only, right? Now we are sure that, okay, until now everything is fine. Now if any issues are there, that will be in the VPN configuration. Okay. So our end-to-end connectivity, that's okay right now. Now from management PC, let's try to access STDP. Okay, AnyConnect is already there in my system, right? In my base system, AnyConnect is already there. So let me open AnyConnect. Sorry, not AnyConnect, ASDM, my bad. So here's the ASDM. Let's give the username admin Cisco. We'll click on connect, and that should open the ASDM wizard. This is the ASDM wizard. Now let me zoom in so you can see. So we'll go to wizard, VPN wizard, and from here, AnyConnect, VPN wizard. Now we'll come to this wizard. Here we will click on next. We profile name, anything you can say. Again, this is VPN profile. Okay. Interface is outside. That's good. Which protocol? So SSL we are using. Now, client images, like I said, you have to add. So click on add and you have to browse the flash. And you can see Linux, macOS, and Windows. If you don't have it, you have to upload it from your system. Right now, only one system is there. So I'll use Windows only. I'll say okay. Otherwise, in the real time, you will add all three because your clients could be using macOS, Windows, or Linux. Anything. Then you'll say next. Users admin account since are already there. More users you can add it from here. Then you'll say next. That's our okay. Local user only we are using. IPv4 address pool. So right now you don't have any pool created here. We'll create a new pool. Name. So let's name it VPN pool. Starting IP address. So again, if you have an object created, so I clicked on that. So here I don't have any object created, right? So there's nothing used here. Select starting IP address. So I'll say 10.1.1, okay, something like that. You can say it here, starting IP address. So my internal range is 10, right? So say 172.16.10.100. This is from where I want to assign an IP address. This is the starting, and directly you can say the ending also. 10.200. CIDI, what do you want to use? 24. This is 24. Click on OK. This is the starting, ending, everything edit. Click on next. DNS servers right now I don't want to provide. If you want to provide, you can just type all the things here. What it says, DNS server is required for the remote user to navigate network using FQDN. Right now I don't want to use FQDN, so no. NAT exemption, we are not using translation. And just say next. All the summary is there. Finish. And this is your VPN configure. You see now. So this is the VPN profile. SSL is enabled. VPN profile alias is there. Authentication is local. And these are the policies, group policies defined. All the things are there. Now let's try from the user side. This is the user. This user goes to the internet. So he will try to, right now he doesn't have the AnyConnect software, right? Since the user doesn't have the AnyConnect software, so initially he has to visit the gateway IP. So the user says https://111110. Right? Go to advanced, proceed. You see VPN profile, username, admin. Or let me do one thing. I'll increase the resolution so that we can see better. So this will give us a better visibility. So username is admin or whatever the username say. I'm the same user. So sales, password is Cisco. I log in. When I log in, I move to this page, AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client, download. So I get an option, download AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client and install it on your computer. Click on download for Windows. My AnyConnect gets downloaded here. And right now, if they try to ping, see, right now, if I try to say ping 10.11.100, right? I'm not able to ping. Once the download completes, I'll open this AnyConnect. I'll say run. Okay. Then I'll say next. I accept. Next. Install. So here my AnyConnect is getting installed. Say yes. Installed. Finish. You see automatically I got a new network also. So now if I show you, initially I was having only one network connection. Now I have two different network connection. One is local area connection. Another one is, you see here, Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client. Right now it is disabled. So let's connect it. Cisco AnyConnect. This is the Cisco AnyConnect. Here you will type the IP address, which is the VPN gateway IP address, right? Connect. So it says untrusted server is blocked. Now, if you get something like this, then you have to click on change settings. Okay. And let me show you what you have to select. And here, two things are there. Block connections from untrusted server. So you just have to uncheck this box and close it. Try to connect again. Now you see connect anyway. Now it's asking me username and password. Username, my username is sales and password is Cisco. Enter. So earlier you saw that, my network connection, AnyConnect was disabled. Now you see another new adapter got created, Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client. Okay. Connection, and already you see the state here connected. Okay. And network 3 I have. And if you see the IP address on this adapter, it is 172.16.10.100. Right? This is clear. Earlier when I was trying to ping the web server, I was not able to ping, but now if I try, it was timeout. Okay. That's strange. Okay. Might be ICMP inspection. Let me try web 10.11.100. Do we have it enabled? Web traffic on the web server. Yeah, we have it enabled. HTTP and HTTPS both are enabled. Connection timeout. We have a connectivity with the ASA. And on the ASP, okay, outside to inside traffic, AC out. VPN permit IP on any source to any destination. Access route VPN inbound direction on the interface outside. What about now? Hi. Request timeout. Fine. Okay. We can find out the reason also. What's the problem? Changes made to the running config via CLI. Okay, fine. Refresh. Any connect build policies. VPN profile. Let me check this one. Banner servers advanced. Welcome to that later. Browse proxy, connect client, login settings. That's fine. It's okay. We can, anytime, anyways, we can go and monitor what's the issue. Monitoring. And we can say logging, enable logging. Okay. And you. So here are all the logs that we can see. Okay. Now let's try to access and then we will see what's the issue. Built inbound PCB connection. Okay. And then tear down. When we have a connection. The VPN should be able to. These are the connection profile, VPN profile, SSL is enabled, client providers. SSL access is allowed, BTLS access is also allowed on the outside interface. VPN got connected. Only communication issue we are facing. Let me see what is the issue. And here, minimize any connect, firewall. There is no way. Route right now, all the traffic is going, that's fine. Status is connected. This is your IP address, client management. So VPN wise, there is no issue. Because VPN is successfully connected right now. We just have to see why allow local LAN is when using VPN. Anything we are missing in step or something? Let's say we can wizard next point. Images also we added, users we already have it. VPN code we have created. According to this, there is no issue. Let me check from previous configuration if I have. Orientation could be issue. Why? From ESA to here is fine. VPN tunnel is okay, but we are not able to reach. Connections are also getting established. And if I remove this access list, what I'll just logs say, let's see. So these are the logs. Now if I try, okay, let me check if the web server is getting that traffic. Okay, even this is getting, you see, the traffic is there. Our web server is getting the traffic, packet routing feed. Okay, does it not have a gateway? 12.1.1.2. Sorry, not this one. So IP route. So IP route. That's the issue. In our configuration, we don't have a route. Okay, that was the mistake, guys. Okay, it was on the Z0/1. So VPN wise, no issues. VPN wise, everything is good. Now we should be able to ping also. Now ping may not be allowed because I have removed the ACL to, okay, you see, now we have ping also. So since this is VPN traffic, no issues. Okay, and even I will be able to access HTTP also. So VPN wise, configuration wise, no issue. Only the web server router configuration, we forget to give a route. The route was also there, but on the wrong interface. Okay, and right now it will see show IP HTTP server history. So you can see the traffic is not coming from the ASA, instead it is coming from the client phone. Clear? Any doubts? Online people. So if you face a problem, you can also watch out the logs and find out the problem. Yes, guys, online people, any doubt? So steps are only this, just basic configuration you have to be careful about. That you open the ASDM, then go to the AnyConnect VPN wizard. Next, then type down the name, which interface, SSL IPsec. So SSL only you will be using. Add the AnyConnect images, add the users. Then after that, add the VPN pool. These are all the steps only. So if you see step number 7, right? Client address assignment. So here is the pool. That will be part of your VPN configuration only. After that, you can just say next, next, next. And this is the summary. VPN deployed. User will able to download the AnyConnect and use it to connect.